Yo, what's cracking, folks? In this video, Josh and I are going to be talking about time management. This is something that we've kind of developed over the years, and something I like to focus on is promoting frameworks that help you flourish. And in general, most people do better with more concrete structure, particularly around their work schedule. So for us, Josh and I grew up doing maintenance, and maintenance we had to be on the job, I think every day at 8:30 is when we started, and we had I think it was a 15-minute break mid-morning, a 30-minute lunch, and then a 15-minute break in the afternoon, and then we worked till about 4:30. So when we transitioned to working on our own, Josh and I kind of just retained our same working schedule. So we still show up to the jobs at 8:30 in the morning. That's just a kind of a time that works for us because we're not, huge early birds. Also with residential work, most people don't want you in their house at 6 in the morning. So that's also a factor where it's a little bit more courteous to show up at a more appropriate time. That for us just has worked out to be around 8:30. And we've kind of dropped the 15-minute breaks in the morning and the afternoon. You tend to take breaks as you need them during the day, whether or not we get phone calls just coming in for the business or handling other things. But we pretty much just take a 30-minute lunch. Josh and I both brown bag our lunch so we don't waste a lot of time leaving the job site. When we're on the job, we're getting things done, we're progressing everything forward, and we're really focused on the tasks that need to be accomplished. So we work from 8:30 to 4:30 Monday through Friday. We have a 30-minute break for lunch the middle of the day. It's usually around noon. That's kind of our general framework that I would say we implement. I don't know, what do you say, Josh, 50 some weeks a year or whatever it is?
Yeah.
So that's how we manage our work schedule, but also when I find doing quotes just for your own mental clarity and just reliability of your schedule, I always schedule my quotes for in the morning. That just started working out better for me because if a job goes long, you can always work a little bit later in the day, but it's nice to get the quotes done first thing in the morning so they're done. Then you're back on the job site and moving things along instead of having to cut out on the job site early. I'd rather get there a little bit later. When you do that, you just want to make sure everybody who needs to know where you're at knows. So in general, I do my quotes Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Sometimes Friday, but in general, I like to not do quotes on Monday because it's the first day of the week and you're just kind of getting back to the swing of things. And I always hate myself if I have scheduled an early quote on Monday morning. Quote time is completely your preference, and a lot of times we work around our client's schedule as well. If you're doing commercial quotes and stuff, some guys want to get there super early. So occasionally we do have a quote where we're there at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, whatever it is. The main thing is to set up a consistent work schedule that you can pull off and be steady with throughout the year. When Josh and I first started, we were working a lot of times 7 days a week. We would do 12-hour days, 18-hour days, 16-hour days, but you get to a point where there's a burnout level, and that's not sustainable long term. So we more like a pretty steady schedule that we can maintain over the long haul, and that's been, for us, it's usually about 40 hours of labor a piece on the job site. That's not including in the administrative stuff or the quotes and the estimates and all that stuff that we have to do on the back end. So that is a formula that we've kind of arrived at for our long-term productivity and staying sustainable in this business.
So another part of owning your own business is your job's not done when you leave the job site. And that was very interesting to figure out when I was 21, 22, figuring this out for the first time. Usually when I clocked out of work, I was done. But now I had all this extra paperwork and quotes to put out and accounting stuff to do. And so over the past decade, I figured out the best ways for me to flourish and to not go crazy and feel like I need to be working all the time. So it really depends on how you're geared. If you're a morning person, maybe schedule things more in the morning. If you're a night person, do things more at night. I'm more of a night person. So if I have extra paperwork to do on top of the normal labor that we're doing during the day, I like to do it at night. So for me, I like to get a yellow piece of paper. You can also do it on your phone or computer and just schedule out what you want to accomplish for the week via what you want to accomplish at your job and what you want to accomplish your paperwork, or say, hey, I want to get out this quote on Tuesday night. I want to get all the paperwork done for this invoice on Wednesday night. And I like to be in a good frame of mind, a nice, peaceful place when I'm writing it all, and just to know what I need to do the next day. So when that day comes, on Tuesday comes, I say, oh, I need to do my quote tonight because I wrote it down, and just do it. And then block out time, at night. For me, I like to do it at, I'll do it from 9 to 11, that block. I'm not always working on that every night, but I know I have that block available to get the things out. And that way you're progressing through, you're getting your paperwork done. And also, I really like to batch things. So I don't know about you, but I hate opening mail. It comes every day. It's super annoying. I hate paying bills, and I do not like doing that stuff. So what I do is I collect the mail for a whole week, and I just put it in a nice, basically a mail folder, a mail little box tray thing that I have. And every Wednesday at 9 o'clock, I open it, and it usually takes me an hour. I pay all the bills I need to. I do this for both personal and business. But Wednesday night, 9 o'clock, I know that I'm doing that. If you're a morning person, do in the morning. Or if you're at a spot where you have a gap between jobs, I find that when you're going between jobs, like you're done a job on Monday and then your next job doesn't start till Thursday, you have 2 days of open time to schedule. And I find it's really more productive for me to write out, say, Monday night or even Sunday if I know it's going to come, like, what am I going to do those days? Because the nice thing about having your own business, you can go see a movie, you can do nothing if you want to, but usually you need to be doing something productive. You don't need to do it for the whole day, but maybe for the morning if you're a morning person, or from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock, you'll do some marketing things, some invoicing, some organization of your truck. But if you put that in your schedule and just make it so, okay, it's Wednesday, I do my mail, or it's Tuesday, I'm not working on the job site, I'm doing this, this, and this, your life will be much easier. You'll have your weekends, you'll have your nights. So I find that really on Saturday and Sunday, I don't do any type of our construction type business things unless I really, really have to. Early on, I did a lot of quotes and paperwork over the weekend, so I've gotten completely away from it, where I handle all my business from Monday through Friday. So I like to, like I said, batch as many things as I can. I'll organize all my emails and mail and everything. Like Wednesday at 9 o'clock, that's where everything is getting straight. So I just find that scheduling things through that open space and just really having a plan for and how I'm going to execute makes it very simple to execute the plan.
Yeah, and also be kind to yourself when you're setting up your schedule. Josh and I have found over the years that if we finish a job early, a lot of times instead of trying to schedule everything back to back to back to back, like where if you finished in the morning, oh, we got to go start another job in the afternoon, you're not obligated to do that. Sometimes it's better to take that time that, you finished a little early, you've got the afternoon. Sometimes it's nice to just take some time to clear out your truck, and do those, more maintenance type things that keep everything else going smoothly. Because, if your truck's organized, all your gear's organized, your tools, and everything's clean and nice, it helps your workflow along where, that'll cut down on time that you might waste in the future if things are more disorganized and all of that. And sometimes you've got to work off hours. Sometimes, we've had to work over the weekend. And instead of just scheduling right into the next thing, if you have a scenario where you've got to work, maybe it's like a restaurant, you've got to work after it closes or something like that, and it's a really intense weekend's the only time you can do it. If you had to work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all at night or whatever, then schedule off Monday. So you just have a little bit of time to reset, recover, and then get back into the rest of your workflow. So just schedule some gaps in. Don't feel like you got to fill up everything. I know a lot of people want to hustle and get after it, which is, we've definitely had those seasons as well. But just be kind to yourself. We're looking for a sustainable method to progress forward.